Be fucking real, man. Come on.
Hey, what's up? This is Tap with POAPathon, and we're about to throw.
Impressed with the level of artistry that we have just within POAPathon. Like, the artists are amazing.
We've decided to host a 24-hour event. It is going to run continuous around the world.
Y'all like, share, subscribe, send this out to everybody y'all know. This is episode 0, but we here. Groundbreaking.
Let's go.
POAPathon Live. Hello, it is Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. 19. In other words, year a million in NFT time. And we're here. Hello, Genetics. Hello. And B Dizzle's with us too.
Morning.
Hey. Beastodon is in the house and he's running the back end. And hanging out with us, and Magdalena is also chilling with us, but she's also manning the chats, so look for her there. And our special guest we're going to talk to in just a little bit, Butterflies in Space Joe, and it's going to be an amazing conversation. Hey Joe.
Hi everyone. I got my special POAP patch
He's
on.
got the POAP patch, so cool. I saw a picture of Warthalter, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
The CEO of POAP with that patch on at ETH Amsterdam, like from the airport. He just posted that. So you're in good company. All right, so we are gonna roll with a little chat here about a few things we have going on today. Whoops. First off, we got to make sure we give a shout out to our sponsor, Balancer DAO, who we love, and we're excited they're going to be on the show with us in a couple weeks, and they will be telling us all about VVAL and everything they have going on. So we are looking forward to that. Balancer DAO is not only our sponsor, but they're a part of our community. And we love having them on the show. Crypto Comical is a good friend of ours, and we are excited to have them here soon. So make sure you're following them on Twitter @Balancer. If you are interested in being one of our sponsors, please reach out to us at POAPathon@gmail.com or @POAPathon on Twitter, and we will get back with you. Hey, Genetics.
Yo.
What's going on with Pogs and POAPs?
Pogs and POAPs. You know, we're trying to get to ETH Denver and bring these Pogs and POAPs.
Nope, we're going to NFT NYC this time.
What did I say? ETH Denver? We were at ETH Denver. That's the past. The future is NFT NYC. That's right. We're going to take these little Pogs and bring them to the people of NFT NYC. So you want to become a sponsor? That's right. Get your NFT project or DAO or community on a POG and into the hands of those at NFT NYC, just like what happened at ETH Denver. People were literally tracking me down to get a hold of these, and there was much FOMO. So don't miss out. If you want to be a sponsor, please reach out to myself as I am coordinating sponsorships. There are 10 individual spots, 10 friend spots, 10 DJ spots, and 5 whale spots. Each one of those spots has different amounts of pogs or slammers. And with each one of those spots, you may or may not end up in the Cryptogs game. I don't know. We'll see. We got to harass some devs. But the more spots we sell, the more likely that is to happen. If you cannot be one of these Pogs or POAP sponsors, you can also buy a shirt. The sooner you buy a shirt, the more likely of a chance you'll have it in time to wear to NFT NYC. If you can't get to NFT NYC, but you just want to support our community, go over to ultrasoundmerch.com and get one of those shirts. 12% of the price of that shirt comes back to POAPathon and helps make all of our projects and community ventures possible. Also, don't forget to follow Ultrasound Merch Twitter, because you never know when something special is going to appear on that Twitter, as in right now.
As in right now.
Right now.
As in right now. So you might want to take a look at what we just retweeted too. POAPathon just retweeted something. And that kind of brings us to our next segment, the riff.
The riff.
And POAPathon Easter winners. So we had an amazing POAP Easter egg hunt, I guess, Easter POAP hunt. And it was incredible. So we had 31 submissions. I think I have that number right. And we picked, we voted on 10 that made it to the top of the heap. And we had Magdalena, who is actually on with us right now, is one of our winning artists. Insert generic art name: Crypto Mom, Red Crystal Dragon. I never know how to pronounce Axek. We're gonna go with
Axic. Yeah.
Axic. Daniel Sheldon, which that was one of my favorites. I love
that. Was actually one of mine. It was very thoughtful. Yeah.
Beautiful, like so beautiful. Just such a beautiful, like stained glass kind of feel. Loved it. Daniel Sheldon.
There was a fun prompt to that too.
Say again?
There was a fun prompt to that as well. Being,
I went too far.
Count the number of eggs in it.
Yes. Really definitely. It was like, that was so fun. And Mio, Wilfred, Kavash Sassi, and Omre. So I loved all of these. They were amazing. I do want to give a quick, we're sorry, POAP. Hey, Frankie. Hey, Isabel. Just want to give you a little shout out there, POAP.
I think we confused
We're sorry we didn't coordinate with you and let you know what we were doing. We just like started tossing like POAP requests in, and yeah. So we apologize for that. We're going to coordinate with you next time, but it was a lot of fun. And we had anywhere between 50 and 100 of each POAP available, and they were hidden everywhere. We had them on Twitter. We had them, where else?
Wasn't there one on GitHub? There was one on
GitHub. GitHub. Nifty Chat. Never even heard of that. Didn't even know what that was. That was a super fizz one. I didn't get that one because I couldn't get it to work on my phone. Probably just a phone. It's a me problem, not a we problem. So
There was one you had to solve a math problem for.
Logic Beach was making you doing math. Yep, there was math involved with that one. So
Those
we
are
had
always
a
the
whole bunch of different hiders. They weren't necessarily, the hider and the artist weren't necessarily the same. Some of them were. Like Red Crystal and Magdalena hid their own. And it was so much fun. Like the Decentraland one, I thought that was so creative. I did not get that one. And which claim expired, Valerie? All right, we'll let Jen deal with that. That might have been one of Jen's. So a lot of them have already been found, and there aren't any more. But we do have a couple that are hiding out there still. So check out the tweet that we just sent out, and maybe if it's still working, you can check last week's YouTube recording. Maybe take a look at the comments. There might be. Oh, okay.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And don't forget to subscribe while you're there. Yeah, so this was a lot of fun. Jen, were you able to find any, or V-Dizzle or Joe? Did you guys do any hunting? Or Beastadon?
Did hunting right now. Got the Twitter one, the YouTube one. I couldn't find any of the other ones, but I was pretty busy this weekend.
I got those
You had
two,
to be
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
Yep.
You had to be on it. You had to be looking, because it was they went fast. Once a few people found them, the rest went very quickly.
Yes. Yeah. I tried to get Reds. It was already gone. I tried to get the second time that Logic Beaches went out through his official Twitter account for his project, I got it the second time. So when you had to message him the answer instead of just type it in. So I got it that time. But yeah, there was a couple other ones that I was like, ooh, and then it was already gone by the time I got to it.
I loved the creativity of the hiding, because so originally it was going to be me doing 10 of them, which I didn't know how I was going to do, but my creativity level would have been like, it's in Discord, it's on Twitter, it's on Discord, it's on Twitter. Like I wouldn't have thought of anything fun. So I loved that we brought so many community members in to hide, because it really,
we had
really
some on
fun.
Decentraland as well, which was cool.
Yeah, in Decentral, that was so cool. That was Low and Fast. Low and Fast came up with that one. And then the GitHub one was, I forget how to pronounce the name, Tech Roll, something like that. I know I'm getting it wrong, but it was very cool as well, the GitHub one. So that was neat, and it also pointed you to Scaffold ETH and how to use that. So it some of these had educational parts to them, which was kind of cool, which I always love. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So just to kind of show those again, they were amazing. And all of them were amazing. All 31 were great. This was hard. It was hard to narrow these down to 10.
It was.
So we thank all of the participants for joining in. It was really a lot of fun, and we hope to do some other scavenger hunt type things in the future. So
yeah,
be on the lookout for that.
Magdalena is here, and she has a huge part. She's a huge part on our Discord server with helping manage artists and the community. And so thank you so much, Magdalena.
And she was one of our awesome hiders, and hers was very hard to find, even though it was right in front of your face on our Twitter banner, but it was still hard to find. And next we want to welcome Butterflies in Space, Joe. So welcome, Joe. We're so excited to have you here.
Hi.
Hi. And I want to change that up a little bit. So we're really so happy to have you here. So we are excited to learn more about your book. So tell us a little bit about, how did this come about? And how is this connected with POAPs and NFTs and all of that fun stuff?
Okay, so it came about close, I want to say close to 6 years now, but about I'll say I'm going with the 5 based off of when the book was published, but it's probably closer to 6, maybe even longer than that. I initially traveled out to wow, actually it's even longer than that now that I think about it. I don't even want to think about how long it's been. I was inspired by actually going drive a previous job, going and putting that job at risk, where I was dealing with burnout, and going to a podcast to see one of my favorite authors, Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son, speak, talk about writing for, at the time it was the Nerdist Writers Podcast. And it inspired me to write. And so I wrote this short story, which then led me to a whole sequence of poems that I wrote while challenging myself to do like a writing challenge. I went through publishing it through a local publisher by me, which I learned a lot through that process. But I also learned that that there were issues that I had that I didn't necessarily agree with that publisher. So there was a little bit of a falling out there. Then I republished it and self-published it. But while I was doing that, I had been doing doodles all along. And I was like, something doesn't feel complete about the book. And so it was in the chapbook format, which was like, let me see if I so like a thin version of your standard size book. But it just didn't feel complete to me at like a finished product. So what I ended up doing was, as I was experimenting and whatnot, I decided, okay, let me rework on this, after but let me release another book first. So, did another book, came back to it, and now it's going to be 3 when I drop it at NFT NYC. I'm going to be so I'm printing 500 copies. I don't know how many I'm going to be dropping at NFT NYC yet. I am looking for sponsorships if anyone's interested, or grants or anything like that, because right now it's all coming out of my own pocket and credit cards and stuff like that. But the book's going to be 3.5 by 5 inches, art on almost every page. In the back, there's a guide on how to mint a POAP and how to claim a POAP. The book will also have an audiobook, which will have music in the background, as well as the book's going to, the audiobook and the book are going to be released as an NFT, which I will be using the POAP that I'm going to be giving away with each book, with each physical book. So it's going to be pocket size. So I'm calling it the Butterflies in Space Pocket Edition. And so each size
easily fits in a pocket.
Well, that's just
It will.
It'll be
It will
3.5 by
eventually.
5 inches.
Yeah.
I just approved the printing today. So
Okay, cool.
I'm really, really excited. But it's going to be an experiment in accessibility, so that way I can use it as a way to showcase that accessible technology and accessible design for creators, and incorporating that in the beginning. And that's part of what I'm going to talk about at NFT NYC, is incorporating accessibility, talking about things like the importance of having audiobooks, audio plays, I started doing some animation with it, doing things like incorporating alt text and image descriptions. I would like to I'm looking into right now some stuff about Braille, as well as sign language, because those are both really important. And finding a way to create a multimedia. I have also I've tried reaching out to NASA. I sent them an email, haven't heard back.
So if anyone from NASA is listening, this is an important part. We need your help.
Yeah, there is. So Artemis 1 is going to be launching to the moon. I know they have a hard drive or a flash drive where they're going to be putting people's names on it. I would love to have my book, a digital copy of my book on there, so I could say that I sent Butterflies in Space to the moon, quite literally, and because it's for education, and as well as to inspire others. The
Yeah.
whole
So
of the
this is
Artemis thing is for to inspire people.
so this is poetry, but it's more than poetry, right?
Yes, it's a short story followed by poems. And it's I'm using it as an example of how we can use the creative process to create change, and hopefully people will take that those ideas and translate them not just to art but to everything, and whether it be a website. So this right here is an example of one of so NASA has a program that's open to the public where you can. This is part of that where I was saying they're collecting people's names to send on a flash drive to the moon through the Artemis 1. So it'd be really cool if they got back to me.
So we not only want the name in there, we want the book.
Yeah.
Which would be amazing. That would be amazing.
It
Can you
was-
tell us a little bit? What is? Can you tell me? Where does the name come from, and how does that relate to the book itself?
So Butterflies in Space is the name of the so in relation to the book, it's the opening short story in the book, and it's about at the end. There's years and years in the future, thousands of years in the future, the Earth is gone, and in its place are space butterflies, and there's the last human, and the last human is traveling space, and each butterfly he finds where Earth used to be. Instead, there's all these butterflies, and each butterfly represents ideas and creativity and things that were or could have been.
Very cool.
So-
That's fun. It's a great idea.
And yes, genetics. I see your butterflies, and I have my butterfly necklace on too, which I wear a lot. And I was like, oh, I got to make sure I wear that today. So we've got all our
So I have
all our accessories.
my
You've got a
space
key.
shirt. Well, yes,
Space
this
shirt.
is
You got butterflies. You got a key. What's
yeah.
going on?
So
I
so this-
commented early. Very, very drippy shirt.
so
Love it.
Love it.
yeah, my girlfriend actually made the shirt for me, but it has little butterfly buttons, which is awesome. I designed it with her, and then the key is actually a Soviet launch key for the spaceships back during the
wow.
Cold War.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool, and
There's a whole bunch of coolness with this strip. This is like next level. Next
Yeah,
level
yeah.
cool. My clothing is not that exciting.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just got this at Brighton. Like it's not that. It doesn't unlock anything, but it's cute. That is very cool. It's so cool.
but yeah.
Um,
So bring it back to POAPs too. So each book's going to include a POAP, and those POAPs they'll have a card that you're going to use to claim. I'm handwriting each code out on all 500 of those cards, and then putting them all in envelopes and sealing them. And then the book itself will be in an envelope as well. So it's definitely a process, and it's a labor
Very
of love.
personal touch. Yeah,
Yeah.
very personal touch there. Yeah, that's great.
yeah, this is not your everyday mass-produced book. This is with love. This is a lot of love and a lot of work. For
Something
sure.
special. Yeah.
Very special, for sure. I wanted to share really quick a little bit about you had sent us a couple videos, but one was showing sort of the process of adding the audiobook. So I just want to
Yeah.
share that.
So I want to give a shout out to also my friend Neil, who's been really helpful with and supportive in creating the process. And on the back of the book, there'll be the back cover. There'll be a list of people and including POAPathon, who have been supportive all along. Yeah, so Neil has been.
We're getting an acknowledgement in a book.
Yes.
Like
Well,
how
it's great-
cool
it's
is
great-
that?
It's great to have Joe as part of the family here.
Yeah, you're part of the fam. All right, let me just give this a quick listen here, and you can tell us a little bit about what's happening. Ooh, I hope my sound is coming through.
So this was at the recording studio, and I was with.
Hey, are you okay? Leave me alone. I can see you're upset. Leave me be. Well, if you need someone to talk to, I am here.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about what was going on there with that.
Yeah.
So that was a poem called "Crying" in the book, which I then went and I animated it as well, and so that was in the recording studio where so one of my friends, me and one of my friends had recorded the audio together for that one, just because like I tried doing it. I was thinking for this one, it felt better to do it with a second person because of the nature of the poem. Recorded two different versions of it actually, where we swapped back and forth, and I ended up choosing which one. And then my friend Brendan from Caffeine Academy, which is where I was recording it, had was assisting me with editing and adding background music and such. And so this right here is the animation with my art.
So this is the
Oh, that's fun.
And it is there the sound on that one?
Yep, it's coming through.
Crying. Hey, are you okay? Leave me alone. I can see you are upset. Leave me be. Well, if you need someone to talk to, I am here.
Great messaging. I kind of just even that little piece there was really nice.
Yeah.
That's so
Really
much.
different. Yeah, it's very different.
And so mental health to me is a really important topic as well. So that was another aspect while writing it.
So when do you think everyone's going to be able to get your book? Like when are we thinking it's going to come out?
So definitely, almost definitely, assuming that everything goes well with printing, it will be available at NFT NYC. I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm going to release, how I'm going to do the drop yet. I'm still navigating that. I also haven't figured out monetization and stuff, but that's a whole other, separate side of the project. As far as a main release, I think that's going to be another question where I have to figure out if I have a sponsor, that will make things a lot easier. But without a sponsorship, it's gonna. I almost have
to say, like, bless your heart for not thinking of monetization first.
Yeah.
Because it's to me, it's genuinely a labor of love, and
that's great.
This is the third time printing it, and it's the first time where it feels complete, and the first time where it feels right or was properly done. I did a new cover on it, did art on the inside, all that stuff, and it, over 5 years, it's 5 years, and so this right here is the cover. Although the background is actually going to be on the background border is going to be a little bit different. So it's going to have these two covers on there, but then it's also going to have the spine and all that's going to be space as well. So
and I did notice that one of your other shout outs is A Bug Travels Far, which is coming, a friend of the show as well.
And thank you guys so much for connecting me. So the whole A Bug Travels Far community has been incredibly wonderful, and the printer that I'm using is Minibook, which they specialize in micro printing, and another great, amazing group.
Very cool. It's called Minibook. Did you say? Just
Minibook.
Minibook. Nice. That's one of the other. Very cool.
So
it's always great I love, one of the things that I love about POAPathon is that we are really good about sharing resources and getting people connected. And I love that, that connection.
That synergy,
has happened. Yeah, that's amazing.
And when I was at,
sorry.
When I was at ETH Denver, Velveteen Crypto Girl, who was there, originally I was going to be, she was going to be one of the roommates that we were going to split an Airbnb with, but then she ended up getting a grant, a sponsorship through Blue DAO, which was starting. I believe it was Blue DAO that she was getting. But anyway, or Harmony, but through the Harmony One network, she introduced me to Ludow. It's BLU3, and they have their whole theme is the blue butterfly. And so I've gotten involved with them as well, which is another wonderful online community.
And that was one I wasn't familiar with. So now I loved, again, like the sharing of that. So now I'm going to go check them out, and you never know what's going to connect or help someone else. So I love that.
Yeah.
We do a lot of that sharing in Web3, which is really nice.
And
so
I think we've kind of gotten you on Twitter here. If anyone hasn't followed yet, go give Joe a follow. But you have a website as well.
Yes. So right now, fun story about the website. So butterflies in space is my website right now. I found out also this week that there is a domain squatter that is holding that apparently about a year ago snapped up butterfliesinSpace.com. And I own the other domains, the .net, .org. So it's frustrating.
Don't sleep on the ENS.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Got to snap up the domains while they're available. Otherwise it gets expensive.
Right.
I always say that when people are starting a new business, like, have you checked to see if the domain is available before you even pick that name?
It's not just
but
domains.
It's
like
hard when people grab it.
Namespace in general, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love the so I want to show everyone the POAP that you created for the show today. Whoops. So it's beautiful. So it's from Butterflies in Space Joe. It's so pretty. And it has our episode number on there and everything like that. So get your phones ready. We're gonna give this one out now. Get your phones ready. Get them ready. I did check. Available. So if everyone's ready, I'm going to say it, but then I'm going to show it to you because you're not going to get it if I don't show it. Because it's butterflies is spelled incorrectly on purpose. Ooh. So it's space capital B butterfiles space butterfiles with Joe. And I have a slide so you can see that because I don't want you guys to have to figure that out on your own. I may have I got way too complicated with this one. Way too complicated.
Everyone is post the wrong word in the secret or in the chat.
Yes, if anyone asks, just post wrong things. So it's space butterfiles.
This is a tricky one.
Joe, capital B and capital J there, okay?
My iPhone wants to like autocorrect out of its mind right now.
I know, yeah, that's gonna mess you up. Did you guys all get it?
I did.
I'm still working on it.
When you first said space, I thought like, oh, a space.
Right, yeah.
But it's the word.
So I'm like, I made this one way, way, way too complicated.
That was a hard one.
I completely
love it too though, because it's that butterfiles like it's gonna be an NFT book, so it's files. It's a butterfile.
It's kind of like the X-Files, but the
X-Files, butterfiles. Yeah, I definitely will. I will simplify in the future. I'm working too hard to try and fool people. So, and that's to that point, just so that everyone knows, for those who have never requested a POAP or have never like been an issuer of a POAP, just to kind of give you guys an idea of like the process. Once you have the image, that's the easy part, right? Yeah. But we make that easy for you because you can request a bounty with us and then we can just do that design for you. So processing the POAP itself can be a little challenging. First, you make the request and you ask for codes. It has to go through the curation process and they have to approve it. And then you get your direct link codes. If you then want to do something different, so oftentimes we'll do secret word or website or something like that. So we'll just request a few codes to have as a backup, like maybe 5 or 10. And then we go through the request for secret code. For example, for here, for this one, we go in and requested 400. It's about how many viewers we have usually. And then the secret word will work during particular times and only a particular way. So you set that all up separately. You can do the same thing with website. So just so you guys understand it, it's a bit of a process. And POAP can adjust like how many links we get. They can just deny it completely if they don't feel like it's a good POAP to put out in the world forever on the blockchain. So, you know, they do take that time to make sure that what we're doing is legit and cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's still manual. I don't, they
super manual process.
They have a whole warehouse to process these things. So,
and then the distribution of the codes is a whole, like getting a list of codes. And then if you think about, if you have 400 people to DM individually,
that's not happening. It's not happening. I only do the direct links for like less than 20. So for our production POAP, for example, which I have already, that I do direct links for because it's just a few people. But the other process that you can do is something called delivery if you have everyone's wallet addresses. And we've done that before with a form. That can be tricky because a lot of times it'll spit it back. You put all the addresses in and there could be like one extra space or a duplicate. You have to dump them all out and start over. So it's tricky. So just
there's also the magic printer, which I was experimenting with at East Denver, which was a lot of fun. I was using
that's the one that spits out like individual QR codes, right? Is that the one you're talking about? That's pretty cool.
So I was going
for live events. That's fantastic. Yeah.
At East Denver, I was going around with that, and I had one where it was where I was rickrolling people, and it was Rick Astley. With butterflies and space backdrop in the back behind them.
I wonder if that's what gave them the idea for the April Fool's POAP with the Rickroll in it.
There was an April Fool's one with a Rickroll in it.
There was. You didn't see our April Fool's POAP?
No, I did not.
How'd you miss it? How'd you miss it? Go back and look at POAPathon on around April 1st, and you'll see it. It was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun with that. So, she's got it. She's got it handy. She's holding it up. Mm-hmm. It was VFriends acquires POAP.
Oh, okay.
And then we rickrolled.
Okay, so I only seen the VFriend acquires POAP. I didn't see the second half of it.
You didn't see the final one? Yeah, it was an actual POAP.
I wanted that one. Oh,
sorry. And so, and that's the other thing. You're not going to get every POAP.
Right.
We love you all, but we're not out, and neither am I, and neither is anybody.
It's just like the paper one.
Yeah. We gotta just be okay with infinite regret and that we're not going to get everything we want.
That's very true. Even with the Easter ones, someone looked at, there were 36 link clicks. All 100 of the POAPs were distributed. So figure that one out.
Yep, it happens. Things happen. So what are you gonna do? Joe, I wanted to ask you one more question. I noticed your hat says Magic Wheelchair. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Magic, I'm one of the ambassadors for Magic Wheelchair. I guess it would be, I'm an ambassador. So when I speak at places like New York Comic-Con on accessibility and costuming and cosplay, because I also do cosplay. In the past, we've debuted wheelchair costumes with Magic Wheelchair, and Magic Wheelchair builds costumes for people in wheelchairs. And they're a nonprofit and really, really cool. And I'm hoping that, in time I'll be able to build my own team to build costumes like that and create a makerspace.
Awesome. I love that. That's fantastic. What a great organization. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Another resource.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we never know who's listening who might need that resource. So it's great to share those things. Okay, I want to make sure that we want to make sure we share information about our design services too. As we head towards the end of our show, if you have not checked out our design services, as I said, we can make the design part easy for you. Hey, Feastodon, how's the website? Before I say that.
Let's check in with the Discord first, and then the website second. So, we're going through like a technical build process right now.
Yeah.
So come
So
on
you
over to
can,
Discord.
if you can't request through our website for the next day or so, go in right direct to Discord and we will get you hooked up with a bounty. And we have bounties for all kinds of stuff, new connections, product launches, meetups. Right now, we have an amazing bounty going on where it finished up. It just finished up from James Carnley.eth. He is at DevConnect in
Wow, these are really cool.
Amsterdam. And he requested that, it incorporate his stoner cat and it relate to, that you met him at ETH Denver or at DevConnect in Amsterdam. So it's so cool. These are amazing.
These are wonderful.
Yeah.
Insane. Like they're so good. Our artists are so talented. Like you can't miss with them. So if you are at ETH Denver right now or DevConnect, or I don't know if both of those are the same, I don't know. But if you're in Amsterdam right now and you need a POAP like this, jump into our Discord and make a request and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, we can turn over in under 24 hours is I think our baseline.
24 hours is about our minimum. We need at least that much just to get enough traction and make sure and cover all. We have artists all over the world, so we're also covering a number of time zones. So we need at least 24 hours.
Yep.
And this was our Nexus Mutual Meetup POAP design contest. So that was really cool. And you notice like there's so many different styles in terms of what we end up putting out there. So there's a lot of opportunity if you're an artist.
Hold on, can we go back? Can we go back to that last slide?
Sure.
I gotta say one of my favorites was Pejo's. I really like the kind of floating aura,
the floating, yeah, that's cool.
Type thing. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't win, but like,
it's really cool. It's
and then
really trippy.
Resident artist of the community, Daniel Sheldon did a really nice kind of Ninja Turtle looking one. It was like it blew my mind. It was some of the coolest artwork.
There's some really. I'm really just always so impressed with the level of art that comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
And this was Ribs Anime PFP Design Contest. Is this still this might still be active.
This got extended, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he's picked a winner yet. So
I think today may be the last day.
There's a lot of favorites, but yeah.
I mean, these are incredible. I love the Johnny Quest one. Is pretty cool. Just a different. They're all so good, but they all are. And again, they all have their own style to them, which makes them really fun.
Yeah, I managed to get a design in that one too.
All right. And hey, we've got a POAP of the week. Magdalena's still on? She's still here? She is still here. Hey, guess what? You are our POAP of the week. Yes, the party chicken. We know how hard you work to make that party chicken dance. The party chicken is our POAP of the week. Magdalena, do you want to say anything about that? She's still there. I don't know if she hears me. She may not hear me.
She's got stage fright.
She's got stage fright. But it was so cute. I mean, it was just so cute. So
literally, I mean, and just a little insight into like the process here is all digitally painted and then taken into, I believe, After Effects and animated. So it's like a really, really nice mix of medium there.
It's actually not After Effects. I made this in Blender.
Oh, in Blender, that's right.
Yes. So I took a 3D software to edit my 2D drawing. Thank you for choosing it.
It was amazing.
Fantastic.
I had Jayo pick this week. I said, hey, can you pick one? Pick one of the Easter ones that you thought was the best. And she suggested this one. I said, absolutely. It's so cute. And I loved where you hid it. I loved that the hiding was so cute. You had a hint and it was right there on your Twitter banner. But if you were looking on the phone, you couldn't see it because it was hidden by the profile picture, but it was great.
Yeah, I wanted it to be fun. And I can't believe you guys actually picked that DevConnect POAP to put out there, which is one of
So
my
funny.
worst, I would say.
Oh, I love that one. I think it's so trippy. It's so
Do you?
fun.
Yeah, no,
I just
so
wanted
fun.
it to be goofy, like the
hit the
cat.
design
looks
Oh,
so
that
absent
DevConnect one I
minded.
think is so cute.
it hit the
Yeah,
design prompts.
it's just that's why it says you've met me at
think.
DevConnect. I think.
I know. I kind of want to.
The
I kind of
cat
want to
just
steal
looks
that
so
for
spaced
myself.
out.
I love it. I think it's so cute. It's so cool.
Yes.
I love it. I think you did a fantastic job, Maggie, and we appreciate all the work you do in the community. She is in that Discord, chatting up with everybody and running ink drawing and all the things. So thank you so much for everything you do. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And then finally, whoops, Cryptogs Reborn. Game coming soon. Check with us next week. We hope we might have some good updates, but we're getting really close to launching the game itself, which means you have very little time to grab this POAP. It may be too late even. I think the expiration was coming up. But if you have collected all 71, reach out to us and we'll see what we can do for you. And then finally, as we wrap up, and we're not totally wrapped up, but as we wrap up, we want to thank Joe. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Joe, we appreciate you so much for being here with us today. And then lastly, I want to make sure just before we wrap up here, special thanks to our production crew, JB, I'm not giving him any thanks. He's on vacation. He's doing something fun, so he gets no thanks.
Yeah,
None, JB.
He's
None
still in
for you.
Peru, if I believe.
Yeah,
correctly.
no, you're having fun. No thanks to you.
No thanks for you.
POAP Viking, we will thank you. And of course, NB Dizzle, thank you for being here with us today. And of course, extra special thanks to Balancer DAO, who sponsors our show. And we thank you so much.
Putting your crypto assets to work.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to have them on. Joe, anything else that you want to share with the audience before we sign off?
Yeah, I might as well. Did I mention how I'm going to be distributing the book?
You just mentioned that you're at NFT NYC. You're going to have some there.
Yeah. So what the NFT version of edition of the book will be distributed through the POAPs. So what's going to happen is I'm going to use the POAPs, and everyone who claims the POAPs will wind up having it dropped. Mostly, I think I'm going to wind up using OpenSea, I believe, and using Polygon and sending it to everyone, like that. So that's.
And is this going to be the POAP from the book that you're like the POAP that's in the book, or the POAP you just gave out?
So the POAP that everyone claims is going to, it's gonna have everyone's, it's gonna be linked to their ETH address. So I'm gonna collect those ETH addresses, and I'm going to send the NFT versions of the book and the audiobook that way.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I think a lot of people are curious, Joe. When are you dropping the shirt? The merch.
The shirt.
The merch.
I've got. Everyone asks me about the shirt.
We want the shirt.
I would have to talk to my girlfriend about that.
It's very West Coast. It's very LA. Really
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it would be. It would go really well with your cowboy hat.
I'm hoping to have matching by East Denver to hopefully have matching pants and a jacket to go with it.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
That'd be great. Yeah.
So it'll be a full-on suit.
There we go.
Perfect. And I have a matching mask. I have a mask that goes with it too that matches.
So look for Joe at
NFT NYC.
Yeah.
And make sure you stop by. We're planning as of right now to be at the Pizza DAO party. So make sure you come by there. What else did I forget? Anything genetics?
I don't think so. We talked about where to find the 2 last POAPs from the Easter egg hunt. Talked about supporting POGs and POAPs at NFT NYC by either becoming a sponsor or getting the shirt. Talked about how to sponsor or support Butterflies in Space, Joe. And we talked about sponsoring POAPathon itself, like Balancer DAO is doing. We've talked about a lot of sponsorships.
I think we've done all the things.
Check.
We haven't checked it. Yeah, we haven't checked it.
Are you doing anything fun this week that we need to know about?
I'm excited that I just partnered up with an platform called LessonWise, and they approached me and asked if I would teach 13 to 19-year-olds about NFTs online.
Oh, wow.
So I just also reached out to Moonwalk, which is a platform where you can mint your own NFT collection without needing to know code. So they've offered to help us and the students learn how to launch their own NFT collection.
I'm gonna have to reach out to them.
That's great. That's great because we've in the community we've looked at different avenues of for artists to launch their own NFTs. So it's always great to expand that knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And I just love that it's like the 13 to 19-year-olds, because this is like our next generation. They're the ones who are going to keep building on this technology.
And I'm teaching the 18 to 25-year-olds ish. Well, some of them are a little older than that. Some of them are a little older than that too.
If anyone's watching and you're in that age demographic, you can go on LessonWise and apply. It's free.
That's great.
That's great. All right, everybody. Beastodon, any parting words?
In the wise words of our community member Ray, there's POAP responsibly.
All right, everybody. And with that, POAP responsibly and have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.